Who's a doofus? I'm a doofus. Oh, what a silly person I am. Let me go to my YouTube channel. Let me see what happened here. I should be live again. Let's see. All right. Let me see. I can't believe I did that. There you go. Why? Why? I accidentally ended the stream. Hi, guys. I've just been sitting here waiting patiently. Yeah. I'll wait a few minutes. Hi, Dr. Elo. Lewis is laughing at me because Lewis knew what happened. Y'all better stop laughing at me. You know what? I'm glad. As I give you my sheepish smile. Oh, boy. Y'all better leave me alone. You've done that. So what happened was that my Post-it fell and I have a trackpad. And so when the Post-it and I went to pick up the Post-it from the trackpad, I pushed, and apparently I pushed right at the button that said end stream. I ended the stream like a noob, Miss Eileen. That was all India Delgado. Total India Delgado. My bad, guys. I ended the stream. We did talk about wrong, but right? Oh my God, Kathleen, you better leave me alone. I did see, I am notorious for doing things that I should not be doing. And I was going off on a rant. No, it was not on my stream deck. I think it was just like the luck of the draw. I touched my trackpad mouse and I feel like the cursor happened to be right in the corner of the finish button. And it was just an India Delgado mistake. So y'all better leave me alone. Okay. Yes, that was India Delgado. That's exactly what that was. And I started to say that I was on a rant and we were talking about backup options. I just was saying hello to everyone that had just recently come in. And so we were talking about storage and it being the bane. Look at Koa. She's just walking around, just hanging out back here. Yes, exactly. The conversation. See, and I was telling Callie not to put stuff like that out in the existence, and I did it to myself. Gosh. So we were just talking about storage and editing, and relying very heavily on like things like iCloud. So I was saying that I guess maybe I'm overly confident. That's what I would maybe call it. I'm overly confident, because I have 4 terabytes of iCloud storage. And so all of my photos, so I don't want to say I don't have any backup, because I do have some sort of backups. And you guys, now that I'm going to kind of run through it, you probably guys all have similar, right? So I do sign up for the 4 terabytes of storage through iCloud. So all of my text messages, my contacts are being backed up to both Apple as well as Google. My photos and text messages are being downloaded or backed up in iCloud. My apps are being downloaded to iCloud. And then my documents, I don't really create too many documents, but the documents are being backed up to iCloud. I also have OneDrive. I don't use Google. I don't really use Gmail. I have been, because I pay for Microsoft, right, for their package for like Word, PowerPoint, all of that good stuff. And I get the package that includes 1 terabyte of cloud storage through them. My photos are also being backed up to both OneDrive as well as iCloud. So my photos are backed up in 2 different places. And then all of my documents that I do create are also backed up to there. So here's the thing. When I get a new iPhone, or even when I got a new MacBook, I usually just do a fresh install and I sync with iCloud, because then that brings my text messages back. My pictures are all in the cloud I just don't, there's not, I mean, it's like the app and the settings, I guess. Um, and then I do have my 5 terabyte hard drive that's connected to my dock. So my Ecamm recordings, my live streams are, they're automatically, the folder that I choose does automatically get set to the hard drive, the 5 terabyte hard drive. The problem with that is that I'm not backing up that hard drive. So I am relying on YouTube that these streams are there. You can use a program and download it if I need it to. But that's where I guess my area of opportunity is then taking the actual hard drive of both my Mac computer, my internal Mac computer, and then my external hard drive, and putting that kind of on like the time machine or some sort of backup. So that's going to be the next step for me. There are automations that you can set up. So here's where, for me, I know, well, it's what I want to do and I can get better at, is setting up automations where this can be a pain in the butt. My Ecamm, right? All of my overlays, all of my folders, that is not really backed up right now. It's on my hard drive, but I don't have anything set up for my hard drive. So what I want to do is I want to figure out the best automation. There's a handful of different programs. I know Mac used to have their own like automation software. I don't know if that's still an active, reliable thing, but figure out the best automation method where I want to put my apps like Ecamm Live to create a profile backup of my settings, and then have that profile backup onto, let's say, a hard drive and the iCloud or wherever, my cloud storage is, once a week. Because these scenes that I did today, right? These are all brand new scenes that I did. So I'm loving them. They're appropriately placed. However, if my computer dies tomorrow, then this whole folder that I created now is not backed up. And I kind of have to, for those 4 scenes, it's no big deal. But I'll tell you guys, in my Ecamm, and for those of you guys that use Ecamm as heavily as I do, I can imagine it must look similar, right? I have, I'll tell you right now, with Ecamm, I have 3 different profiles in Ecamm itself. I have my main show, the default show. I have a profile that I use for the bank when I'm doing my first time homebuyer presentations for the bank. And then I have a profile for vertical videos when I want to do stuff for shorts, for Instagram, for TikTok. So it's 3 different profiles. And within each of those 3 different profiles, I have my own folders. In my default show, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 folders. And then within 9 different folders, there's all the scenes, and then I have a bunch of overlays, right? So if my hard drive fails, I'm going to be a sad, sad girl trying to get my Ecamm Live with all of those overlays and my scenes back up again. Because, like, check this out. I'll just go through this one here. So within this one folder, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Within one folder, I have 12 different scenes. That's this one here. So it's my intro, my main. I have my over-the-shoulder shot with the picture-in-picture. I have this shot here, which the empty space on the right, the left of me, whichever way you're looking at, is with the iPhone. I have my screen share option. Then within this folder, I nested another folder, which is when I have guests. So this is for one guest, right? So on and so forth. I spent work putting all these scenes together. I spent a good amount of work putting this all together. Could you imagine if my computer crashed? And then that's just one folder, guys. Like I said, I will be a sad, sad girl if that happens. So now my objective for me is to figure out the best method of automating a program like this. I want to be able to automate my Stream Deck backup profiles because you guys know, right? I have a masterclass. You can imagine the amount of work and all of the pages and how I have my Stream Deck customized. That needs to be backed up. So putting those programs that I use more often than not and that I put a lot of work into it, setting that up into a weekly backup time thing. And back it up to a hard drive as well as a cloud drive. Now, here is where wanting to buy a NAS device, right? NAS storage comes into place, is because then that kind of will take the place of a little bit of a cloud drive. Because then I can access it, right, through a remote server, so on and so forth. Hey, Mr. Moderator, how are you? Paul, I messed up. You weren't here. I ended the stream and I just needed you here and you weren't here. And that's what happens when you're not here. So the other piece of it is that I think most of you guys that are here know that I travel back and forth. So I stream from my house. And then when I'm at Angie's house for a few days, I stream from Angie's house, right? I take my laptop, my MacBook Pro to Angie's house, but my main streaming computer is the Mac Mini that's down here. The purpose of wanting to get a NAS device is that when I go to her house, I can easily, and if my software programs are backed up on a weekly basis, when I go to her house, this same exact setup, I can just pull up from my MacBook Pro by logging into the remote server, downloading my Ecamm Live profile, downloading if I bring a Stream Deck or if I keep a Stream Deck at her house, downloading that Stream Deck profile, and then I'm good to go no matter where I'm at, right? So that's the methodology with that. Let me come in because I did see that a bunch of you guys are in the chat talking, giving feedback. So let's see. Oh, there's Paul. He's saying hi. Hey, Paul. Miss Eileen says, my pictures are stored in iCloud and backed up on Google Photos automatically, and I use Amazon as well, right? So same page, cloud storage. So like I said, I guess it's not that I don't have any backup option, but there's definitely room for improvement and I can do better 100%. Michelle says, girl, wait till you see the automation in Trello. Girl is amazing. That's my... Michelle, girl, let me tell you something, okay? That's my Michelle impersonation. Oh, hey, girl, how are you doing? What is cracking? Angie is, Michelle, you can talk to Angie. Angie is doing a double today. She's at the tail end of her double. She gets out at 11 o'clock tonight, and Angie is hiding in the bathroom doing her nursely first responder duties. So Angie, Michelle is the queen of hanging out in the bathroom and taking a break so y'all can talk. Nos vemos, Gretchen. I appreciate you. Ooh, well, go spend time with family. Yes. All right. Paul, reminding you guys, don't forget to hit that like button. And Miss Eileen says, my old iMac died and lost a ton of files. It was painful, but I got over it. Months later, I found a bunch of files in Dropbox. All I could do was laugh. It's one of those things, right? It's like... I have to look into Hazel. I know that Doc has mentioned it a handful of times. I've been lazy, so post it. So, because then what that will be is what? So let me just put that down. Hazel, backup, and automation. Right? Because then that can be another video. Once I figure it out, and I get it working and I find it to be efficient for myself, then I can share the knowledge with you guys. Thanks, Paul. Paul is saying that he loves his NAS. Yeah, I've been talking to Paul about buying one. Look at what's cracking, big brother. How long have you been hiding here for? I was talking about, I'm glad you came. You came at the right time, that I really don't have a good backup options. But that's why we're talking about it today. I have a NAS that everything goes to, and then parts of the NAS is back up to a cloud service. Yeah. See, glad I found. Yeah, sorry, Cicely. That was an India Delgado mistake. Doc says, I got 48 terabyte NAS on deck with all good. All the good backed up. You know what? Yeah. So it's like Doc will never run out of space, right? Because he has 48 terabytes. It's like one of those things. But think about it when you think about who Doc is and what he does in his job, right? He obviously does stuff for Ecamm Live. He has Let's Get Live. He helps out other content creators and things like that. He's always going on as guests. She's slinking away. She's very upset that I'm not giving her no love. She'll be all right. But 48 terabytes, especially because we were talking about this earlier in Doc's stream. Doc and I both stream in 4K. And then if we're streaming for an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time, those 4K files, man, are sometimes 30, 40 gigabytes. And those 30, 40 gigabytes for somebody like Doc that he is streaming on a daily basis, he absolutely needs that 48 terabytes. I have something to add to my Pester India list. Yes, please. Just don't let the Post-its fall on the trackpad this time. You know what, Miss Eileen? I'm going to move it out the way. Look, we're moving the trackpad all the way on the other side of the desk. Yes. Yeah. All right. Let me see. The way you have to get through, boo. Hiding in the bathroom is my MO, 2 doubles. Yes, exactly. She did a double yesterday and she's doing a double today. So Angie is like barely standing up on her feet. She's ready to go. All right. So we went into that long-winded thing about storage because I had it on my Post-it. File organization for video editing along with backup options. So I wrote those down: files, hard drive, time machine, right? So what I will do is then I will come back over here and let me see. I'm actually going to swap this out a little bit. And I'm going to come down over here and I'm going to edit this option over here where it says, let me move this. I got something in my way. And I'm going to come back over here. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah. Just got to do the whole primary display. And hide this. And over here where it says backup option, I'm now just going to write a further note. And then I'm going to come in and then just put files, right? So these are reminders. These are now is where my bullets start to go. Files, hard drive, and time machine, right? Oh, and cloud storage. Cloud storage. And then what I will do is, so this is kind of how I'll organize myself and set up automations. And a little bit more, look into Hazel, right? So now we're good to go. I have that card created there. And now this Post-it is null and void. I am good. I can throw that Post-it out. I have this Post-it here. And then let me see. So on this Post-it was Canva, creating digital download templates. Comparison. I kind of did this. I'm good to go. I'm going to throw that out. All right, cool. So you can see here what I had shown in the stream before it ended. Before I ended the stream was that I now have so many ideas. Now that I'm done with my 100 days of live streaming, I have so many ideas of pre-recorded content that I want to share, as well as and just content, whether it's pre-recorded or whether it's on a day like today of live streaming. But Paul says, I've been replaced. You will never be replaced. Do you see what happens? I ended the stream. Doc says people buy drives based on what they need today, and that is stupid. Exactly. You got to think future. iPhone cameras don't get worse every September. 100%. I agree with Doc, and even with the iPhone cameras. So that's the thing. And I've always done that. That's a great point. I've always done that with my iPhones as well as my iPad. So my iPhones, and people always thought I was crazy because I've been buying whatever the max is for a couple of years already with the iPhone. So back when the max was 256 gigs, that's what I was buying. When the max now on the iPhone, 512 gigs, that's what I have. And although I'm not using it now, my iPhone is probably halfway backed up. And the same thing with my iPad. And the reason being, and I explain to people because they ask me, well, why? Well, the thing is, right? Like when I go out, I'm recording content, I'm taking pictures, and it's the same thing. I'm offloading the pictures because if I want to share a picture from my ZVE 10 that I took or from my GoPro Hero 10, I got to get it. If I want to get it onto Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever it is, I got to get it onto my iPhone, and my iPhone needs to have the storage capacity, right? So it's that forward thinking kind of deal. Same thing with the iPad. And that's what Doc is saying with the hard drive space, about 48 terabytes that he knows, all right, well, I may not use this now, but how long will this last me? I don't want to be going crazy. Then in 3 months from now, everything is backed up and now he's scrambling, because then you have to like kind of take what you have in that in the packed drive, the drive that now has no more memory, and then back it up to the new, right? It's just cumbersome and annoying when you could have done it right the first time. Beyonce hooked up with the wrong Sean. We could have been Knowles and Boy. You know what? I'm not.
Coño.
You better get out of here with that. Okay. So let's go back into this. So what I was saying was I use the brainstorm card on, that's this card over here, on Michelle's template to get my ideas out and organized. You can see I also went, and what I did was I actually duplicated this brainstorm, and then I have a brainstorm card just for shorts. So definitely not a lot of stuff here, room for improvement. I had an idea for shorts earlier today. Oh, here was an idea that I know I can fit into a short, is connecting, if I can spell connecting right, connecting Bluetooth headphones to the Rodecaster Pro 2. Because there is a little bit of a different process, but what's really cool is that when you connect Bluetooth headphones to your Rodecaster Pro 2, you actually have 2 different sound control levels if you control external speakers. So I can go ahead and put that in a short, get that done in 60 seconds, right? So thinking about stuff like that when you're going through your cards or when you're going through your ideas, it's looking at all of your ideas and saying, man, all right, if I look at, Canva, YouTube call to action videos, is there any way that I can create a 60-second short /reel /TikTok video from this idea of creating a YouTube call to action and put this as a short? And it absolutely can be done, right? If you have it pre-planned and worked out. And so that I can kind of duplicate if I wanted to and put it in both, but we're not going to do that. So I just wanted to go through the process of what I do first, my brainstorming ideas, same thing for shorts. And then I go and I break down the actual ideas themselves into a dedicated card. So you can see I haven't worked on this in a while, but I have this card here. And so check this out. I put a lot of work into this. And so this was the video that I did earlier this year using an iPad as a teleprompter with the Luna display. And this was something, so if we look right here, I actually marked this complete, right? So I started it February 4th. And for me, when I felt like it was complete, it took 10 days and I finished it on February 14th. That's when I marked this complete. Now check this out. I have my description, right? So, and some of this stuff is from the template. So this section right here, write your video description here, that is a part of Michelle's template. So I left that section there where she basically guides you of, okay, write your video description here so you know what you need to do, right? So I didn't write the exact description per se, but then here, right? And this is hers as well, chapter placeholder so you can know your timestamps. She's reminding you of, okay, if you're going to create this video, Here's just kind of what she would say, your intro, the process, the next step, and the next step, recap, support the channel, question of the day, just to kind of help you build up a cadence and a flow. I knew what I absolutely wanted to bring in. So are my coupons and my affiliate links that are specific to the teleprompter and what I use. You can see here. So check this out. There are 2 covers here. This is the default cover that she had for this template. And then this was the thumbnail that I actually did. So for the attachments, once it's done, right? So if we back out with the attachments, you can see here that I changed. All of these are right now is just kind of a keyboard with a phone, right? That's what all of these are. These are all default. As I started to go ahead, the thought process is I'm going to change the banner to what the actual thumbnail is of that video, right? So let's back out. Let me see. So I have a handful of different things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from a brand new. So we're going to go to week 2 and start on day 8. And this is a stock like template itself. Let's see. I moved some stuff around. What happened here? Hold on. I made all this stuff bigger. All right, there we are. Michelle says, are you creating a contact bank for yourself? You could create an automation that sends all of your completed videos to a content bank. I talked about that tonight. No, I haven't created any automations. So that's something that I absolutely need to do and get on it. So Michelle, I'm going to definitely link up with you and have you come on and talk about this yourself since you are the professional, and then I can learn. So we'll connect afterwards because I want you to come on and kind of, I'll ask you the questions and stuff. So here's a blank one, right? So day 8, we have all the stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this from day 8 and let's say Rodecaster, Rode wireless go-tos and AI micro. So that's a video that I know I've been wanting to do, is showing people how to use the Rode AI micro and the Rode wireless go-tos. So cool, that's that there. And then what I can do is I usually will then, I can come down on the bottom and I can create, right? Like start to do my own list of things. So you have activity. So if we go through this here, this is all from Michelle's default template. So you can see she has, Koa, you better leave that alone. I feel like she's biting something upstairs. I want to make sure she's not terrorizing my first floor. So she reminded you here, your assets. What are your assets, right? So are you putting any graphics? And she gives you all the information. Do you need music for your videos? She's also very smart that these are all her affiliate links, right? So do you need music for your videos? Click here for a 30-day trial using Epidemic Sound, right? So if you want to sign up for Epidemic Sound, she gives you a quick, easy link. And if you sign up, then you will help Michelle using her affiliate link. Same thing, need to make graphics, Canva, TubeBuddy, right? So there's just some stuff there. The workflow, so the way she has her workflow. So for me, with what I've found is I like the to-do list. So here's kind of, you have some stuff here, right under the to-do list. So you have schedule video. And then once you've scheduled the video, post a story. So there's just some reminders there. Then what you can do is, and it depends on where you're at, right? It can either be under workflow or it can be in the to-do list. So here she's saying adding your inbound links / rebrandly, shooting B-roll, scheduling to YouTube and Facebook, right? Edit the video for YouTube. So if I just come in here, and what I'm going to do is, you see all I did here was I did edit video for YouTube. I just took that and I dragged it to the top. If I schedule the video, I'm just going to take that and let's say drag it to the bottom, and then kind of go in and just create my own things. So the biggest thing at that point is, all right, so what am I going to talk about in this video, right? If we look on the left-hand side, if you are working with people, you have your members, your labels, your checklist. You can add stuff like that. And then there are some actions there. That's what Michelle has been talking about. You can add an automation from here. And then whatever, if you want to move this and things like that. So I would just start and I would just say, comparing AI Micro to Rode SC7, right? And that's the video that I did previously with the older original adapter. So that's one bullet that I'm going to want to cover here. And then showcase all three styles of cables. Showcase connection methods, right? If I can spell properly. Connection methods. Showcase. I guess that would fall under showcase connection methods. So then what I would do is here via iPhone, via iPad, / Koa, come here. Android, and directly to computer. So this is kind of, for me, another methodology of a brain dump, right? So as I'm going through it, I know that when, I think about, okay, the Rode AI Micro, what do you do with the Rode AI Micro? What are the various benefits, the features and benefits of the Rode AI Micro? And if you think about the features and benefits of whatever it is you're going to talk about, those features and benefits can each be their own bullet, right? It may be within a different part because there's a difference between a feature and then a benefit, or, this is what the benefit is of this feature. So what does that mean? How can I put that? So a feature is that with the Rode AI Micro, you can connect it USB-C. The versatility is through USB-C. What's the benefit? The benefit is that now it is compatible with one cable for both Android and the iPad devices that use USB, right? So the feature is USB-C. The benefit of the Rode AI Micro being USB-C is that I can use it on both Android and my iPads. Another feature of the AI Micro is that it comes with a lightning cable. So the benefit of that is that if I don't have an Android device with the one price that I'm paying, I can use it with my iPhone, right? So the features of the Rode AI Micro, what are the benefits? And so that's what I'm kind of doing, just thinking about what the features and benefits are and putting that into a brain dump in this card itself, so that in my mind, I start to visualize how I want to talk about this video, right? I'm just trying to think if off the top of my head, and obviously I wouldn't, doing this in a live stream is not, this is just a super quick brain dump. I would spend more time in each thing of really planning out my talking points. Doc and I spoke about this earlier this year, that we're very similar with how we teach and how we give, the community's knowledge. We're off the cuff. We talk. So if we know something, for me, like I said, I want to make sure that if I do a video on it, I'm well versed enough that I can answer questions. I may not necessarily be advanced, but I should be, I would say, at least intermediate, right? That I can answer a good amount of questions and then educate you. But I think that that's what makes my teaching style unique, is that I should be able to talk to you naturally. I should be able to have a conversation with you naturally. And so I don't spend a lot of time. I don't do scripts. I will do bullets because I want to make sure that I'm not rambling, right? I want to make sure that I'm not all over the place. And that'll help me stay on brand of, okay, Rode AI Micro goes to the 3 different cables. And then from the 3 different cables, boom, cable number 1, let's talk about the iPhone. Boom. Cable number 2 is going to talk about iPad and Android devices. And right, so thinking about it that way so that I can go into it, but I never have used scripts. And even with the bullets, the way I'm kind of doing here, I don't keep them in front of me when I do videos. I will look at them. So I will try to either have them on the screen on the side, or I'll have them maybe on my iPad. I absolutely will look at it a few different times before I start my video. But once I'm like, all right, cool, this is what I want to talk about. Because here's the thing that I've learned is if you got to be careful if you have one too many bullets. Because if you have one too many bullets and you're trying to remember and memorize all of that stuff, what can become, I guess, you got to be careful with is if you have too many bullets, can all of those bullets be separated out into different videos, right? So can you take a 15-minute video and make them 3 5-minute videos? Because you don't want to lose your audience. Now, there are some things like my teleprompter video. It's a long video. It's about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. My Rode Wireless Go videos are about 5 minutes, right? So thinking about that, and that's where I'm going to try to focus on being a content creator now with my pre-recorded content this second half of the year is being concise and to the point. So being concise of what was the pain point? Why did this person click on this video? They clicked on this video because they had a pain point. I need to respect their time enough to make sure that I'm concise. I answer their questions, and then that's it. And if they want to binge watch my channel, they can binge watch my channel so that if there's another video that's related, or if there's a topic, if there's something that I want to go on, make that into another related video. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I say that because talking about, right, the bullets, as I go, you can see here, I have my bullets. I'm going to make sure that I'm very mindful to not inundate myself with things that I want to talk about, because then that can probably be a whole nother video. So just trying to be really careful of that. So the connections, the other thing that I definitely want to make sure that I showcase is connecting 2 mics at once, connecting headphones. Please don't judge my typos. Connecting headphones to monitor output. And the last thing I would probably say for this, without, like I said, really sitting and just concentrating, not on a live stream. The last thing I would say for this video is showcasing the Rode Connect app. Showcasing the benefits of the Rode Connect app in conjunction with AI Micro, right? I'm not, that's not what I'm going to say in the video, but for me, I know what that means. So what does that mean? Puerto Rican to concise is like the abominable snowman. You know what? You're right. But whatever, I'm going to try. That's why I said I'm going to try. My goal this year, that's why I said that was a goal, Doc, as a content creator, is to be concise, okay? So now, what does that mean, right? Showcasing the benefits of the Rode Connect app in conjunction with the AI Micro. And the reason why that's important, and the reason why I want to make sure I showcase that, is because when you connect, and Miss Eileen, you can tell your daughter this, if she hasn't figured this out already, is that when you download the Rode Connect app and you use the Rode Wireless Goes with the Rode AI Micro, that turns the Rode Connect app on your computer into a mini Rodecaster Pro. That opens up all of the audio processing. So it opens up the compressor, the big bottom, the AFX, the noise gate, the things like that, where if you connect your Rode Wireless Go 2s directly to the computer You don't have that. And the reason being is that the Rode AI Micro has a built-in digital signal processor, right? So for me, showcasing the benefits of the Rode Connect app. So now I know in my mind, what does that mean to me? So in my mind, what that means to me when I showcase that is that I'm going to create a screen share in Ecamm, or I'll create a scene with a screen share similar to something like this, where I may be here, and instead what I will do is it'll look just like this, right? Can I make this? I got to see how big this looks. So the scene would have to be adjusted because this is as big as the Rode Connect. Unless I do this. No. All right, so that's as big as the Rode Connect app gets, right? So I would have to adjust the scene, but that's what I'm basically trying to say. I absolutely will, Miss Eileen, that showcasing this is what that scene will look like when I go over that bullet point. Boom! See, Lewis? Look at that. Absolutely, yes. So that when you connect your Rode Wireless Go 2s and you open up, can I do this? There you go, right? So that's the scene. That's what I would do. I would just adjust it in Ecamm and just share then this software itself. And what that is when I showcase it, right, that bullet, what that means to me when I'm going to do the video is that I'm going to open up, click on the microphone 3, and you can see here, I have these options. So the levels that you're looking at right now is I have the Rode NTG. So that's my overhead microphone. And you can see it has the pad, right? The noise gate is here, the compressor, the exciter, and the big bottom. That's by default one that opens up when you connect that microphone. You can get those same things. So if you connect the Rode Wireless Goes directly to your computer, these options won't be here. It'll just be, I think, the level and the pad and the high pass filter and low filter. These 4 options won't be here. But if you connect the Rode AI Micro to your computer and then you connect the Rode Wireless Goes directly to the Rode AI Micro, that opens up those options for your audio processing features, right? So here's one scene that I would create, and then I would just do a screen share. And I would then, let's go back to, I'm in screen share. I just want to change this. Let's go back to the Trello card. And I'm just going to minimize my Rode AI Micro. And Michelle did put up here, shoot B-roll. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that there, but no, coño. Hey, shift return. No, why can't I add a new line? All right, so then what I'll do is these dashes. So what does that mean? B-roll, right? Rode connecting Rode Wireless Go 2s. Oh, Rode Wireless Go 2s to Rode AI Micro, right? That can be a B-roll shot. And so then as I'm starting to think of things, if I have different ideas of what can be B-roll, then obviously we have that up there like so. So just taking this card, and as I start to say, all right, this is the next video that I want to record. What do I want to talk about? I go down to the activity and I start to do a brain dump within that activity there, right? Then as I have the idea, okay, cool. The Rode AI Micro showing me connecting the Rode Wireless Go 2s to the Rode AI Micro, that can be a form of B-roll as I'm talking, right? About the Rode Connect app, things like that. Then another thing, and this I won't do just yet, but I know that she has it on here. Let's see. I could have sworn. And if not, I will just add it. So here, let me see, edit, cross post, teaser, post a thread, schedule video, create a thumbnail. So under repurpose checklist, right, you can create a thumbnail for the episode. I could have sworn, and I might be missing it, but then what I'm going to do is under workflow is I'm going to SEO research. SEO research and keyword research. Actually, she does have that. I know where. I knew she hadn't. Right over here, use TubeBuddy to help you point you in the right direction. Don't have TubeBuddy. So she has that under assets, but I just put that as a workflow, right? And then as I go and I can kind of start thinking of different ideas, right? So different keywords, obviously, road AI micro will be a keyword. Road connect will be another keyword. And so this will be a live working document that as I start to create the videos, then we're good to go. And I can kind of say, all right, do I have enough? Let me see. And it really is going to be the majority of the time is just looking at this activity tab. And then from this dog activity tab, then we can go ahead. And once I feel like, all right, so what does the scene look like? What do I want? How does it look? Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate you. What does the scene look like? What does the video look like? What scenes do I need for this in Ecamm, right? So within Ecamm, is it going to be a screen share scene? Do I have my intro? Is it going to be, what does that look like from one thing to the other? And then, Ashley, you're so funny. What is cracking, Ashley? Ashley says, wait, what is this? This looks like some great playground of workflow and organization. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. I know that I favorited it. Hold on. I know that it favorited. Oh, no. Gotta be quicker than that. You guys are funny. Where is it? So it is Trello, what we're looking at. And I lost it. I had Michelle's thing and now I've lost it. Well, Michelle is still here, so up earlier and she can put it in the comments again because I did not star it. Oh, hold on. Let me see. What if I do this? Doom, 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 doom. Oh, is it because it was probably on the other one? Yeah, Michelle, can you just put the link again? It was because it was on the other, in the other live stream. That's what happened. That's why I don't have it saved. So yes, we are just looking at workflows and organizations. And I was just talking about organizing myself. There you go. Let me favorite that again. Let's put that up here. Cool. And now that's in show all scenes and we are good to go. So this is the link for the board that I am currently using. There you go. Workflow Playground. I think that's a great way for India's to ID India's workflow. Yes, workflow program 100% because I am like all over the place in the playground, but it works for me. So that's one, right? And so what I tend to do, so I'm going to save that. So we're good to go. I'm going to get out of here. And so then so now you can see, because I labeled it Rode Wireless Go 2 and AI Micro, now that's saved. If I wanted to go ahead and then, say Rodecaster Pro 2, right? Whatever that looks like. Because that'll be a whole series if I wanted to do a different thing, right? Different series. If I come back in to another card and so let's talk about, okay, here's a good one. This will be a quick one and it isn't that, I wouldn't say, it doesn't need a lot of like scenes. So my travel bag and gear, live streaming gear. When I'm traveling, right? So I know that that's a video. So I'm going to come down and the first thing I'm going to do is affiliate link for my bag, right? Then I know of what am I going to cover. So the first thing I'm going to cover are the different, the pockets, of the bag. Jesus Christmas. Of the bag. Not bank. I'm thinking about work. The pockets of the bag. Size of bag. / portability. Right? Then what I put in my bag. Right? And then that can be a whole list of what I put in my bag. Cam link, cables, batteries, right? ... Why? And then that's it, right? So then that's a quick heavy hitter. That's something that I think people can benefit from. And then one of the things I can just do, and what I would probably, I'll be honest with you, what I would probably do is maybe what would be a good idea is shooting B-roll when I'm at Angie's house, right? Because that's when I travel. When I'm at Angie's house, Koa. Unpacking bag and setting up for a stream. Away from studio, right? So shooting a quick B-roll, or I would have to hire Angie to be my cameraman of shooting me when I go downstairs to the studio, bringing the bag downstairs, or even me, right? From the first person point of view, that's a form of B-roll of me going downstairs, carrying the bag, maybe from my car, taking it from my car into her house, shooting, cutting to another scene at the desk, opening the bag up. I need to type this, right? At desk, in basement, opening bag up and unpacking all of the gear needed when I am mobile, right? So that's quick B-roll. I can either do some of it myself, or it can be a mix of B-roll where it is from my point of view. Then I can have it in the tripod, right? So when I'm at the desk, I can set the tripod up where it is facing kind of me and the desk, where I open it up at the desk and start unpacking things. And then I can have Angie recording, or put the tripod facing me so that, you know, it's showing me getting out the car, closing the car, opening the trunk, and then walking towards the door of her house, right? Kind of like that. So that's quick B-roll. Got some ideas, put that through. I know, Paul, stop. Doc, he told me, I'm like, why did you get this like 2 weeks after I got my GoPro Hero 10? And it's so funny because I was looking at the Hero Max, because GoPro does have a 360 camera. Oh, look at what someone bought me. She put this on my lap. Literally, she just came and I don't even know where she found this. This was somewhere upstairs. She found it and put it on my lap. Go. She wants to play. So let me just come back over here. And that is, a really quick recap, a really quick, I would say, what I'm doing, or what I'm going to start doing to get my ideas from my brain down into this workspace that Michelle has been so amazing to help us stay organized onto this board, right? And then start to create all these videos one by one. The biggest thing is to basically take all of those ideas, because there's a handful of different ideas. Hey, girl, give me. Well, I can't play with you if you don't give it to me. That's what she does. She likes to psych a dyke and psych me out. Taking all of the ideas first, where they're very rough drafts. Another thing that I did was that I do have voice memos. So one day where I was driving, I think, to Angie's house, I had a handful of ideas, and it's not necessarily for pre-recorded content, but it was for my website and for like the blog and things like that. I do have to take those voice recordings and then start a separate board and then transpose those voice recordings for ideas and put them on there. So one, I can visualize it, right? Because here's the thing. That's dog for mommy and end the stream. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That she's, let me see, what time is this? 8:40. She's like, hello, you didn't feed me dinner before you started the stream. So she's hungry. She's behind me. Insta360 just announced the 1-inch sensor camera today, gas. No. Today? Oh, Lewis, send me that link. Jesus Christmas. But basically, like I said, for me, I'm a visual type of person. So I may have all these ideas, and that's why I do use all of the Post-its, because you forget about it, right? So having the Post-it, look, I just took all those ideas that we were talking about, and now I put them on Trello. And then as long as I come back and I'm active on Trello, that's what's going to help make those ideas come to fruition, because then I can visualize it and I can say, all right, cool, which one, depending on my time. That also helps to plan with your time, right? So visualizing and saying, okay, you know what, this particular video, my mic is like not secure. All right, that should be a little bit better. This particular video and the way I have myself organized so far is going to take, let's say, 2 hours of recording or an hour of recording or whatever the case may be. I can do that one first, where this other video is going to take a lot longer between B-roll and planning, or it's a lot more detailed. It's a lot more intricate. So I'm actually going to leave that because I only have X amount of time to record. So being able to take advantage of a workspace like this, where you start to organize your thoughts, you start to put down your bullets and your talking points, you'll be able to then visualize and see, all right, you know what? I only have 4 hours this week to record and start to edit. This is a video that I can record in an hour, and then I can immediately start editing. So I can get this video done within 4 hours, right? Being able to just organize all of those different things and saying, all right, how do I prioritize this? Because the other thing that I really like with the board is you can also kind of drag and drop, right? So if I say this travel bag, right, this is the third one down, this travel bag, I know that that actually can be really quick. So you can see here, now I can move this up. Ow, Koa. I can move this up, and I just made that the first video that I want to start working on, because I know that that's not going to take me as long, right? So kind of working yourself that way. All right, let's see. What do we have? Michelle says, I even have Trello boards for my professional workspace, so I'm Trello all the time. Yes, it is time to end the stream. And I did say that I do want, but come here. I do want to use it for work, but for me, that's a little bit, with what I do, it's going to be a little bit more streamlined because I have to actually take the time to create the board and create a process and a workflow. I keep trying to get the ball, and she keeps running. She's like barging. I got it. Look, she went to go run. Look at this. She's like, where'd it go? Go get it. Who else does that to their animals? She's still looking for it. Go get it. All right, I'll stop messing with her. Gosh, such a pain in my ass. Lewis gave the link. All right, I gotta check that out. Koa, you're very rude. Clearly, you can see she's feeling better. Extremely better. So that's kind of where I'm at. I haven't recorded, obviously, any videos just yet. I was still trying to organize my life. Michelle, you better stop laughing at me because she is driving me crazy. I was still trying to like recoup. I did paint my studio. I did a handful of different things. Oh, So how about we do this? So one thing actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this board, right? But then with duplicating the board, I'm going to have one just for pre-recorded videos. And then the duplicated board will be live streams, because that's what happened today. I had promised you guys that I was going to go over the NAND lights, the T8 Pavo tubes, and I did not. And that's because I completely forgot. And the reason why I forgot is because I don't have my life organized. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Paul. Oh, and Doc texts me. You know what? I can't even. Doc is definitely going to give me major gas. So I do have 2 Pavo tubes stacked. We'll just talk about that. I better stop messing with her. She's gonna, I know I do need to stop messing with her because she's being crazy. So there are 2 T8 Pavo tubes. Oh my God. Koa, get out. Get out. Oh my God, the cable. The cable is just gonna disconnect something. Get out from under the desk. Jesus Christmas. Is everything still working? All right, everything's still working. There are 2 Pavo tubes stacked on top of one another. I did group them together. If I turn off the bottom one, you can see that's the bottom one. Turn it back on, turn off the top one there. And if I want to turn them off together, that didn't work. I gotta see. I don't know why. There you go. There you go. So now they're grouped together. So I grouped them together. Yes, Paul, she is looking to end the stream pedal. She knows. And then if I want to, so right now it's on pixel effect. There's different things. So we can do pixel effect. There's rainbow. Let me see. So there's scroll. I don't know if that's doing anything. Oh, probably not, because they're both. So let's see. There's fire. Let me see. So you have to mess around. Oh, that's why, because I don't have 2 different colors. How about driving? Hey, this is making me look bad. See, so I still have to mess around with some of these. Why? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into Hsi mode. And that's there. You can change the colors here, but it does more than just that, obviously. You saw, let me see. So why? Oh, there's effect mode. Okay. So there's pixel mode, and then there's effect mode, and then here we go. So bad bulb, what does that look like? So that's like a bad bulb, you know, obviously that if I wanted to put it kind of over my head where you guys can't see it, you'd be able to see the bright light. So there's bad bulb. Ooh, what's the police car? There's the police car. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Paparazzi. There's the paparazzi. Explosion. I don't know why that's an explosion. Let's see. So, and then there's flash. Right, so there's all of these. Ooh, this is disco. Koa went upstairs to terrorize Tyler. So there's disco, and you can customize the lights. So this already has its own preset of colors. You can speed it up. So that was on 50. This is on 100. You can slow it down. And I'm going to leave that on 50. That felt like Amsterdam. Which one? Oh, which one, Paul? Let me see. There's pulse. So what is pulse? So pulse obviously is kind of like that breathing. This right now is 40 pulses a minute. And then you can do, so right now it's like on regular white mode. You can change it to a different color, right? So now it's pulsing red. And if I want to slow it down, so it's on 40 pulses a minute, I can either speed it up or slow it down to, let's say, 10 pulses a minute. Well, that's 8. And so it's going to have more of that breathing effect in the background. Let me see. The default is at 40. And so these are like all the different effects, right? So there's pulse, and then there's, let me see, hue, loop. So you can see now that it is, and I'm going to have, I just yelled at her. So you can see that it's cycling through the different lights. The same thing with the speed. So this is 8 seconds. If you want to make it faster, it'll cycle through even faster. Or if I want to slow it down, oh, so it's the other way around. Okay. So with slowing it down, it's going to cycle through. There you go, faster. And then if I want to add more seconds, then it's going to take longer to cycle through. So a bunch of different options. And then there's even more, like I can add on a flash. So as it's cycling through the colors, look at that. So it flashes off and on. There's random flash. And then what's pulse? So then there's the pulse. So it cycles through with pulse, right? Or you can just do regular solid colors, right? So there's your regular white, and you can just change the type of white there. And then there is the actual just colors. So what's really cool, watch, check this out. So I was just trying to figure out, and then we're going to end it. But check this out over here. Can I do NDI? Let me see. I don't want that. Koa, why? She puts her paw on me. Ow! Gosh, you're so rough. All right, cool. So now you're seeing the app itself. And what's super cool is that right under the red bar in the middle of the page, you can see that there's a camera, right? So you can see behind me that it's on blue. I'm going to click on the camera. And yes, I wanted to access the camera. And if I wanted to match that blue, it's telling me to zoom in, right? And it's telling me the color. And so it's kind of, you can see there, like, check it out. So you can see that, let me see, there's the blue. All right, let's use the Post-it. So you can see the Post-it. It's, if I wanted to change to that purple, and did that work? It told me to zoom in. What happened? Oh, I hit done. And I mean, that didn't work too well. That looks, so let's try with blue. So then let's try it again here. Oh, let's use this. So here's my little London car. You can see there. And now I'm going to take a picture. All right. And if I hit done, it changes it in the back. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at this. I'll do one more. My water bottle. You can see that there's different blues. Okay. Take a picture of that. Cool. And now it changed to the blue. So you can either control it that way. You can control it this way. And you can see it's all pretty instant, or if you want the rotary dial kind of thing. So, you know, all right, I'll stop messing with that. So we will talk about that a little bit more. That's its own live stream. And y'all was talking smack. Let me see what y'all was saying. The red lights. Yeah, Paul, I know you got stories, man. Hopefully no one is affected by the flashing lights. Oh yeah, I probably should have given a warning. Thanks. Oh, God. Roxanne. Let's see. You don't have to put on the light. Let's see. You know, y'all better leave me alone. Hints getting intense. Y'all better leave me alone, okay? The dog is going to end the stream herself. Look. She trying to press her paws on the desk. You saw that, right? She was trying to end the stream. She's going to try to sabotage me and try to knock me to the ground and end the stream. She's at the top of the steps. Yeah, she's a little tiny Tara. She is absolutely a tiny, tiny Tara. All right, so let me just come back over here, and I think, you see, it happened again. Why? So the music is playing. Oh, because I opened up Road Connect. That was my fault. That was my fault. Because I opened up Road Connect, it defaulted. So let me quit Road Connect. Are you guys hearing the music now? That's all right. You should be hearing the music. I love you too. Y'all better leave me alone. The dogs are going to kill each other upstairs. So we are going to end the Yes, I have to end the stream. I appreciate you guys. Still figuring out this Rodecaster Pro. Music and barking. That is Tyler. So that's Tyler's bark. Koa doesn't bark. But all right, mi gente. You guys. Oh, I need to do a new end scene. I don't have an end scene now. I gotta figure it out. All right. Well, we'll work it out. I do have. Oh my God, they knocked something down. Good night. Buenos nachos. I appreciate you. They're fighting upstairs. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Sunday of next week. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. When's my birthday? Thank you, Paul. You hear me? I honestly have no idea. You guys know when my birthday is, but I don't know what date that is. What day? I know the date. Dummy. Oh, my birthday's on Monday. I should be able to stream for a little bit. Yes, happy Pride. I appreciate you. But my birthday's on Monday. I may not stream on Tuesday. We'll work it out. Big red button calling. All right. Nos vemos. Goodbye. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Peace out.